Namaste, welcome to Yoga with Julie Marie. Today's practice is Yin Yoga for spine health, moving the spine in all of its essential movements. You will need 2 blocks for this practice, and we're going to begin in Shavasana. So laying down on the ground, just allow your body to completely relax and de-stress as you find a steady breath. Turn your palms up to the sky and just let your body completely relax. So during our practice today, some gentle talking. After all, yoga is not only a science and a psycho-spiritual practice, but also a philosophy, a way of life. So you may be grateful for this as you hold the postures. Apologies if you prefer only silence. But we are going to incorporate some yogic philosophy. So let's think about what is Yin Yoga as you lie here, relaxing, connecting to your breath, letting go of your day so far, or anything that might distract you. Try to turn your focus within. Yin Yoga blends teachings from 2 different lineages, traditional Indian Hatha Yoga and the Chinese Taoist Yin-Yang philosophy. Our Yin Yoga practice serves as an antidote to our often busy and stress-filled lives, which typically is Yang in nature. Too much Yang activity can cause an imbalance on physical, mental and emotional levels. True health and well-being come from the practice of balancing the yin and the yang, the calming and the stimulating, the passive and the active. Yin Yoga centers on stretching and strengthening deeper connective tissues such as the ligaments, the tendons and deep fascia, which is the tissue that surrounds muscles and organs, bringing good stress, healthy stress to the joints. Its passive nature uses gravity in developing a deeper stretch, encouraging a state of relaxation, meditation and surrender. It touches every element of your musculoskeletal system. I just want to say hello to Kitty if you're watching with your mum, if you're practicing with your mum. I know you've just had a birthday. I hope you had a happy birthday. And let's move into our first posture, Bananasana. So we're going to be holding the postures for around 3 to 4 minutes. So shift your hips to the left side of your mat and bring your legs to the right hand corner. So slide your right leg and your left leg across. Then you're going to bring your arms up above your head if you can, holding opposite elbows. Or you can use your right hand to grab your left wrist, and you're going to arc your body round to the right, creating a crescent moon shape with your body. Keep your hips on the ground so your hips are facing up to the sky. So don't let that left hip lift up, and you have an option to cross your left ankle over your right. This can sometimes allow you to relax your legs more. So just take the first part of the practice to find your place And then once you've found where you need to be, so you want to not feel too much sensation that you can't relax your muscles and breathe deeply. Once you find your place, then your job is to completely relax. So in this practice today, our focus is on the spine, which is the foundation of the whole skeletal system. We're going to be exploring the connective tissues associated with the spine. Feel the stretch in the connective tissues in the left side of your ribs as you hold in this pose, in this lateral spine movement. If you feel your mind drift, gently come back to the present moment and try to anchor your mind to the sensations you're experiencing, the movement of your breath. Give yourself full permission to really indulge in your practice. If you're new to yin, it may feel like if you're not in a state of activity or doing, that there isn't much going on. But this couldn't be more untrue. What you are doing is tapping into the part of your nervous system that knows how to repair and replenish and heal, the parasympathetic nervous system. And since 80 to 90% of all disease is connected to stress, know that this time is of utmost importance. So allow yourselves to find a calm, relaxed serenity of mind as you hold. Try to soften any areas of tension, of tightness. And our transitions in our yin practice is all part of it. So moving mindfully and with awareness, losing any sense of rushing. So release gently as you recenter yourself on your mat. And we'll move to the other side. So moving the hips to the right side, slide your legs to the left. Holding opposite elbows or your left hand, holding onto your right wrist, or leaving your arms out if this is too much on your shoulders. So you want to curl your body round to the left, creating a crescent moon shape. Option to cross your right ankle over your left. Maybe this helps you to relax your legs more. Allow the whole right side of your body to open in a lateral stretch. Let your in-breath travel all the way down to your low belly. The practice of yin comes from the philosophy of the Tao. In Taoism, there is the belief that all creation comes from qi. Qi manifests into yang and yin, which translates into light and shade. So the more physically active practices such as Hatha Yoga and Vinyasa activate the light. Our Yin Yoga is what activates the shade, that slow, deep, internal quality of balance, of peace, of serenity. In yogic philosophy, this is having a sattvic quality, one of harmony. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, of technology, of media, we are living in a perpetual state of stimuli overload, sensory overload, constant bombardment, in a state of yang. So now, more than ever, if you can find a way through yoga and meditation practices to tend to your well-being and slow your world down for your physical health, your mental and emotional health, you understand it's not only important and relevant, but crucial. In your yin yoga practice, take refuge and be held in an inner sanctuary of deep peace and healing. See where you can soften. See where you can let go. Moving slowly, gently release this posture and return to center. Draw your knees into your chest, wrapping your arms around your shins. And then holding behind the thighs, rocking on the spine back and forth a few times, coming up to a seated position. We're going to make our way to tabletop on our hands and our knees. So you can cross at the ankles and roll forwards, or just swing your legs out to the side. Check out your alignment, bringing your wrists underneath your shoulders, spreading your fingers wide, knees underneath your hips, hip distance apart. Going to take a few rounds flowing through cat and cow, moving through flexion and extension of the spine. Inhale, drop your belly, look up, press your shoulders down and back. Exhale, round the spine, press away from your mat, drop your chin to your chest, pull your belly in, arching up. Just moving a few times with your own breath. So bringing this sattvic quality into your practice on your mat. How slowly can you move between these two movements? Being active all the time and in a state of high alert has become the dominant state in our culture. Through our yoga practice, we have the opportunity to find balance. Come to a neutral spine, and on an inhale, look over your right shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, look over your left shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Just moving side to side gently with your own inhale and exhale. Be aware of the part of your torso contracting and expanding as you move side to side with awareness. And coming back to a neutral spine, preparing for child's pose, Balasana. So bring your big toes together as you sit your hips back to your heels. You can always place a block between your heels or something underneath your seat if you need to lift yourself up. Open your knees as wide as you need to for your body. And then before you walk forwards, extend your spine up. Reach through the crown of the head and then start to walk your hands forward until your forehead comes down to the earth or to a block. So keep this relaxed. This is yin. We want to keep the muscles as relaxed as possible. So it might feel nice to widen the elbows for more space in the shoulders. Keep it passive. Be comfortable and soften. Holding here for around 4 minutes. So in yin, let's remind ourselves of our 3 principles. The first principle, finding your edge or your boundary. So this is going to be about a 5 out of 10. You need to feel enough sensation, but not so you're too uncomfortable to breathe or hold the pose. The next stage is finding stillness. So you might take some time in the beginning to find your place, and then once you have resolved to stillness, it's in the stillness we go beyond the body and mind into a deeper field of awareness, into a deeper dimension of who we are. This is our true natural state, but has been obscured by constant activity. And then the third stage is time. Longer holds to be able to surrender in the pose. Allow your hips to melt down and experience the deep stretch in your lower back, in your spine as you release all the tight connective tissue around the spine. In yoga anatomy, the Sushumna Nadi is a channel that runs from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Within this channel lie the 7 chakras or vortexes of energy. The chakra system is a very elegant system. In our yoga practice, we have the opportunity to work here to heal ourselves. So not just addressing our physical anatomy, but also our subtle anatomy. In yoga, we have 5 koshas or sheaths or layers. layers of the body that cover over an internal source of light. When we feel heavy and dense because of poor living habits, it's hard for the light to shine through these layers. Through the various practices of yoga, we can make these layers more transparent so that eventually the internal source can shine easily through us. The first layer is the physical body, the Annamaya kosha, which are our muscles and bones and tissues, also known as the food body. The energetic or the breath body. The third layer is the Manomaya kosha, which is the mind and also the heart. So this is the layer of thoughts, of feelings, of emotions. The fourth layer is the layer of Vijnana Maya kosha, or the wisdom body, the intellectual body, the one who knows, the witness, the observer or higher self. It's our inner teacher. The fifth and final kosha is the Anandamaya kosha, the bliss body, where the soul or spirit resides. In yoga we call it the Atman. Our yoga practice addresses all 5 of these layers of our subtle anatomy, whereas most exercise is focused on only the physical aspects of ourselves. This leaves big gaps in our healing and transformation, and in our health and well-being. Rock your forehead side to side, gently massaging and soothing your brain, helping you to quiet down, shifting from thinking into feeling. Gently lift your head, coming back into a tabletop position, and slide your knees back so you can lower yourselves down onto your belly, onto the earth, coming into a Sphinx pose. Slide the elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms are parallel to each other. Spread your fingers and gently press the pubic bone into the earth. You can open your legs behind you for more space. You may choose to place a block under your forehead to support your head. Or you can try by bringing your hands in a prayer position and resting your third eye onto your thumbs. Just make sure you're comfortable. Honour your body and how it's feeling in this moment on your mat. Our bodies are constantly changing. Millions of cells are dying and being created every second. Our bodies are constantly regenerating and renewing. We are in a constant state of flux, of flow, of change. The wisdom of yoga teaches that nature is always changing, and instead of fighting and struggling against this change, we learn to yield and accept that change, to be with that change. If we fight against what we have no control over, then there is great struggle and conflict instead of harmony and surrender. So much stress and worry, so much fear and anxiety is created by trying to control what we have no control over. Right now in your yin practice, you are practicing the art of letting go. letting go within the body, letting go within your mind, letting go within your heart, experiencing freedom and surrender. Keep the body soft and relaxed. And for the final minute here, you have the option of moving into Sphinx pose, into seal pose, or staying in your Sphinx pose. So if you want to move into seal, spread your hands out wider, turning the fingertips outward and pressing down with the hands, straightening the arms. See how that feels in your back and in your body. Otherwise, just come back to Sphinx. This back bend for the spine is the perfect antidote to how we spend most of our day. Working, looking down, hunching and rounding. The positions we take to drive and to eat. And if we stay in these positions long enough, the connective tissues around the spine actually seize up, creating a hunchback. As we get older, the connective tissues become fused, and unless we take good care and move the spine in all of its spinal directions, we can find it really affecting our posture and our health. This pose moves your spine in the opposite direction, so you maintain the natural curvature of the spine, which is nature's way of allowing our spine to be like a shock absorber. Gently begin to lower your elbows back down if you're in seal pose. Widen your elbows out. Create a pillow with your hands by stacking them, and just rest your forehead. Just allowing some time after the long hold of extension in the spine to absorb the good stress, the positive stress that you have just created in that hold, the compression. This compression activates fibroblasts. And it's the fibroblasts that make our connective tissue stronger. One of the many powerful benefits of yin yoga. So moving with awareness now, lift your head, slide your hands underneath your shoulders and press back to a tabletop position. Crawl your knees forward, cross your ankles behind you and take a seat. You can always swing your legs out to the side to take a seat if this works better for your body. Extend your left leg forward, bringing your right foot to your inner thigh. And we're preparing for half butterfly. Inhale as you reach your arms up, turning your torso over your extended leg. Exhale, fold forwards and down. So find your edge. Your hands coming to your thigh, your shin or your ankle. Maybe you can hold on to your foot. We're moving the spine into flexion now after the extension of our previous pose. Moving the spine in all of the ways it's meant to move. Find a steady breath. Relax your head and your neck. Relax all the muscles that don't need to be working. Yin yoga is such a powerful form of medicine for healing. You may choose to support your head with a block or two. Be relaxed. Try not to let your mind wander. Use your breath and the sensations you're feeling in your body to keep you in the present moment on your mat. I'm going to move into a lateral stretch. So bring your left arm inside your left leg and reach your right arm up as you open the heart and the right chest. Reaching your arm alongside your right ear. You may wish to bend your left elbow, resting it on your thigh or on a block. Resting your head in your left hand. If your shoulders feel tight or just tired, you can bend that top arm at the elbow. You can bring that right hand behind your head, pointing the right elbow up. Keep opening the chest. Or you can just bring that top arm down and rest it on your right thigh, relaxing the shoulder. If you have more flexibility, you can reach for the inner arch of your left foot with your left hand. You may even reach your left toes or outer foot with your right hand, but only if you can keep an open heart. Stretching the connective tissue in the entire right side of the torso. Very gently, on an inhale, come up, and exhale as you place your right hand behind your right hip, turning your fingertips away from you. Lean into the right hand. Inhale, lift your hips as you reach your left arm up and back, coming into a back bend. Exhale, lower down to your mat. Repeat 2 more times. Inhale, rise, stretch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Preparing to do butterfly on the other side. So for our half butterfly on this side, you can use your right hand to lift your right knee up and extend. Bring your left knee in, sole of the foot inside your right thigh. Open your left knee out to the side. Inhale, reach both arms up, turning over your extended leg. Exhale, folding forward and down. Find your place. Find your breath. Find your surrender. Allow the wisdom of yin, of yoga, and of your inner wisdom to guide you. The more you let go, the deeper you will go. The deeper you go, the deeper you will heal. It becomes imperative to find balance in your fitness regime. Going hard and being in a state of tension and strain and high energy will over time have an adverse effect on your physical health, your mental and emotional health. Use this practice to slow everything down, to change your physiology positively, decrease the production of stress hormones, lower your blood pressure and decrease your heart rate naturally. Really tending to your well-being intelligently. Relax, soften, if you're not used to yin practices, I know that in the beginning these holds can feel like an eternity. This is completely normal. And the more you practice, this will change. So let's move into a side body stretch. Gently begin to rise up, placing your right hand inside your right thigh. Reach your left arm up, opening your left chest, extending the left arm alongside your left ear. Find your variation that feels right for you in this rotated sideward bend in half butterfly. Keep rotating your heart up to the sky. Keep it open. Keep it soft. Gently ease your way back up to center on an inhale. And exhale, place your left hand behind you on the ground, fingertips pointing away from you. Lean into your left hand as you inhale, lift your hips, reach up and back with your right arm, stretching. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower down. Turning your torso forward. Left hand to your left knee, lift and extend your left leg. Come to lay down on your back. Make sure you have a block close by. Bringing your feet to the mat, preparing for supported bridge pose. Press down into your feet as you lift your hips, slide your block underneath your sacrum. Choose which height you need and make sure you feel stable. This inversion posture is so beneficial. Anytime you elevate the heart higher than the head, it helps the heart rate continue to decrease, the blood pressure to regulate, accessing the restorative part of our nervous system, tapping into that intelligence that knows how to heal, restoring balance. If you wish to deepen this pose, you may choose to extend your legs one at a time. Explore what you need. You are your best teacher. I am just a guide, guiding you back into yourself. Creating and holding you in a safe and sacred space. Relax your hips on your block. See if you can let go of any tension. Relax and release your shoulders. If your legs are extended, bring your feet back to the mat. Rise up onto the balls of your feet and slide your block off to the side. Slowly roll your spine back to the earth. Open your feet as wide as your mat and just allow your knees to fall in, taking a constructive rest position. Bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart, allowing some time for your spine to recalibrate. Breathing steady. Allow the in-breath to travel deep down into the low belly. Allow the exhale to soften your body even more. Gently bring your knees into your chest, wrapping your arms around your shins. Inhale as you lift your head, squeeze in, and on the exhale, releasing into Shavasana, extending one leg and the other. Reach through the heels and then let the feet fall naturally out to the sides. Open your arms out, rolling onto the outer upper arms, palms to the sky. Lift your heart and then be heavy on the earth. Be completely still. Natural breathing. Completely surrender. Completely relax. Last few minutes. The healing energy of Shavasana. Shavasana, I encourage you to do so, but this is where I'm going to close our practice for today. When you are ready, please make your way to a seat very slowly, very mindfully, taking all you have learned from your mat out into your